Welcome to the first ever Premier Halo Championship League recap show. I am your host, Whatemus, and it is my privilege to take you through all of the action from week 1 of the PHCL. Alright, let's jump into the action. Our first series that we will be taking a look at from last week's action will be a series that was somewhat shrouded in mystery, as one of the better-known teams, Attrition, squared off against one of my personal favorite brandings in the league, the Infinite Ducks. Let's go ahead and take a look at Game 1.
Oh my god, we're all just running in a straight line?
Starting off with Team Slayer on the pit, neither team knew what to expect from the other, and the game got off to a rather slow start. Attrition quickly grabbed power weapon control and aimed to keep Infinite Ducks on their back foot for the match. Utilizing power weapon control and their communication, Attrition was able to dictate the pace of this match and make sure that the Infinite Ducks had no opportunity to get back in this one. Infinite Ducks tried their best to break through the Attrition setup, but sadly, the team just could not find a way to bring this one back, with Game 1 ending with a scoreline of 50-16 in favor of Attrition. Moving on to Game 2. The teams were in for an all-out brawl for this first to 5 capture the flag matchup on Heretic. Once again, it was Attrition that got off to a fast start on this one. Utilizing the height in the map, they made sure to keep the Infinite Ducks spawning in unfavorable locations to help them secure the first couple of flag captures of the game. However, Infinite Ducks would not go quietly in the night, as not once, but twice, the team came together to prevent a score from Attrition when the flag was inches away from capture. Sadly, the defensive stands were not enough, as the Infinite Ducks were outslayed 77-26 and would go on to lose the game by a score of 5-0.
Good win.
Oh, got a little sloppy at some points, but not bad.
The Ducks were heading into Game 3 in a must-win situation, as Attrition led the series 2-0.
Well guys, it's been a pleasure getting our asses kicked together so far this evening.
King of the Hill on Construct brought power weapons back into play as both teams struggled early on for control of the hill. Attrition utilized the rocket spawn to quickly turn the tides in their favor and take control of the map. Infinite Ducks gathered hill time when they could, but Attrition continued to stay one step ahead of Infinite Ducks, and with Snowy Wolf grabbing the first ever overkill extermination in league history.
Crap, didn't mean to do that. One more in hill. They have 3 down.
Overkill!
Hill time. Overkill, baby! That's all an extermination.
They quickly racked up to the 250 points needed to give them not only the Game 3 win, but the series sweep as well. Moving on to series number 2, we have a very exciting matchup between two teams that look to be playoff contenders in 4 Elements and Hell Jumpers. This series brought a lot of buzz to it, as no one seemed to know which way the result could end up. Game 1 provided both teams an opportunity to show off their slaying ability, and that excitement showed throughout the entire match. Hell Jumpers quickly grabbed the power weapon control and forced 4 Elements to take a passive approach to try to break their setup. Both teams showed a strong slaying ability, with Hell Jumpers playing H2O Yordle and 4 Elements Eridan Darkade, putting up 20 kills each. In the end though, 4 Elements could not regain the control that was needed to overcome the Hell Jumpers, and although this one finished close, the Hell Jumpers felt in control the entire match, as they took Game 1 by a score of 50-42. Alright, moving into Game 2, capture the flag on Heretic. 4 Elements looked to bounce back after the close loss to try to even back out the series. After struggling to grab much power weapon control in Game 1, the team was gifted an opportunity to show off their battle rifle skills on Heretic. Both teams continued to show off the same slaying ability that they displayed in Game 1, with the Hell Jumpers edging 4 Elements out on the Slayer front by a score of 73-54. While 4 Elements did a good job keeping up with the slaying ability of Hell Jumpers, it was Hell Jumpers' organization that catapulted them to a 5-1 game victory and a commanding 2-0 series lead. It was do or die time for 4 Elements, as they knew they had to win in order to keep the series alive. King of the Hill provides many teams opportunity to grab wins, and 4 Elements did not miss their chance on this one. In one of the most exciting games of the week, 4 Elements managed to fight off the series defeat by defeating Hell Jumpers 250-212. While this loss was a tough one on the Helljumpers, they still had a lot to be proud of, with the majority of this game being played down a player due to some connection issues. Spending most of their game behind in the score, the team fought hard to bring the game back, but sadly, they ended up just short. While taking the defeat in Game 3 brought frustration to the Helljumpers organization, it brought a lot of excitement for the Game 4 first to 3 capture the flag matchup on Narrows. With the series once again on the line, 4 Elements looked to continue their fight back to even the series. Both teams looked to make sure that they did not make a mistake in this critical Game 4 matchup. As time went on, Helljumpers kept control and managed to grab 2 flag captures, while 4 Elements could only manage 1. As the clock hit triple zeros, it was all over, and the Helljumpers took the win and won the series 3-1. The third matchup from this week brought one of the league's favorites, Eclipse, against a young and up-and-coming team, Certified Underground Hustlers. What was always going to be a tough matchup in Game 1 with Team Slayer on the pit, Eclipse used their experience to control the important spots of the map and maintain power weapon advantage throughout the game in this one. With control of the map and the power weapons in hand, Eclipse kept the pressure on Certified Underground Hustlers and made sure that they could never get established in the game. This constant pressure reflected in the scoreboard as Eclipse showed the league that they are here to win and grab the victory with an emphatic scoreline of 50-13. In Game 2, Certified Underground Hustlers looked to try and get a little more comfortable as the series moved to the objective game type of Capture the Flag on Heretic. Once again, though, Eclipse used their experience and chemistry in order to not only get control early, but also keep control throughout the entire game. Certified Underground Hustlers tried to keep up with the slaying ability of Eclipse, but no matter what they did, they could not find the positioning needed and ended up being outslayed 60-14 on the way to a 5-0 defeat and being down 2-0 in the series. Game 3 was Certified Underground Hustlers' last chance to extend the series and also instill some confidence in the team for the series moving forward. However, no matter what the team tried, they could not find their groove, and Eclipse once again utilized the power weapons and their positioning to make short work of Construct King of the Hill with a scoreline of 250-27. Although there was a lot of frustration for Certified Underground Hustlers, look for this team to bounce back in the coming weeks. Wrapping up our base matchups from Week 1, we had Mugwump Squad set to face off Semi-Stellar. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, Semi-Stellar had to forfeit and give the 3-0 series sweep to Mugwump Squad, and leaving us all eagerly awaiting to see what these two teams can do in Week 2. And coming in as the premier matchup of the week, the Rain City Bish Pigeons and Bad Communications look to secure the first win of the season in a crucial matchup that could have playoff implications late in the season. Both teams headed into Game 1 Team Slayer on the pit with very little understanding about what the other team was capable of, and that uncertainty resulted in a great game. With the Rain City Bish Pigeons utilizing teamwork to move through the map and control the power weapons, they gained an early lead. However, Guitar 22 and Bad Communication were not just going to lay down without a fight. Leading the way with 20 kills, Guitar and the rest of Bad Communication tried their best to bring it back. However, it was Rain City Bish Pigeons who took Game 1 with a scoreline of 50-39. Finding themselves down early in the series, Bad Communication knew that Capture the Flag on Heretic was going to be an extremely important game, as falling down 2-0 in the series would be an extremely difficult hole to climb out of. Both teams came out and delivered some intense action, with the lead changing multiple times throughout the course of the game. With the game winding down, the score was tied up at 4-4, and Bad Communication was able to break the Rain City Bish Pigeons setup one last time and bring the series back even with a 5-4 win in Game 2.
Oh, I killed him. Oh. That map.
The series all tied up at 1 apiece. Game 3 King of the Hill offered each team the opportunity to retake control of this series. Following the intense action on Heretic, Game 3 did also not disappoint, as both teams picked up exactly where they left off. Akuma Freeze, the Rain City Bish Pigeons, and Arcs from Bad Communication showed off elite slang ability as both players scored nearly 40 kills in this one.
Nice. Took the shield down, you killed him.
It was another back and forth game, with the lead once again changing multiple times.
Oh, you got a double. Nice.
However, this time it was the Rain City Bish Pigeons that won in a nail-biter by a score of 250 to 220 and retaking control of the series.
Nice. Good play.
In the only other series to reach Game 4 this week, Bad Communication was faced with elimination,
Let's bring it home for the boys.
and after winning the earlier Capture the Flag matchup, they looked to even out the series and force the ever-exciting Game 5. However, Akuma Freeze and the rest of the Rain City Bish Pigeons were not going to allow Bad Communication back in this one.
Nice job. Push, push, push.
With more space to move and power weapons under their control, Rain City Bish Pigeons took Game 4 by a score of 2-0 and ended the series with a resounding 3-1 victory. Well, that will do it for the Week 1 matchups. With 8 weeks of games left to come, there's no telling what other excitement is coming our way. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you all next time.